Hi Jason, it's so good to see you again. How are you?
What up, what up, what up? How you doing?
Hey, good. Now we are here because you are promoting your second single on your new album, which does debut today, and the video also dropped today. Tell me a little bit about the song, which is called Animal.
Yeah, Animal is the follow-up single to on the EP to Me Enamoré, which was the first one. Animal is more on the raunchier, more aggressive side. It's, you know, it's talking about if I ever get my hands on her again, I'm gonna devour her like an animal. I'm gonna get my hands on her and she's not gonna get away this time. So that's kind of the context of the song. It's a little more raunchy, more aggressive. So, you know, how to get something for the more mature adult.
And tell me about the video that also dropped today. Where did you film it?
Yeah, the video dropped today. We shot it in Washington, D.C. And we actually, it's a continuation of Me Enamoré, so the story continues from what happened to Me Enamoré, and so it's a fantasy. It's very like 60s vibe. I'm driving like a really old school like 1961 car in it. It's like a old convertible. That was cold though. It was super cold that day. So like I'm driving in a convertible in DC in the middle of February, March, and I'm just like, oh my god, I have to act like I'm cool and whatnot, but it was freezing. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, no, this video was up there, and I think it's a more mature look for me. You know, it's very, people are used to the dancing and the action-packed videos from me, and this one is more chill. It's more like of a performance. It's more of like, I want you to focus like more on the song and hear what I'm saying than more like seeing what I'm doing. So, you know, it was that kind of video.
Now your album recently dropped maybe about 2 weeks ago. Tell me a little bit about the album.
The album I am super proud of, if I may say so myself. It's probably the best work I've ever come up with as a collection of work. It's one of those, I pride myself in, I'm one of those music fans that I like to listen to CDs from beginning to end, and I have to skip a song if I don't have to. And that's what I was going for on this EP, was I want people to be able to put it on and just let it play and like love every song, you know? So with that in mind, I kind of went in the studio and I was working on different fusions of sounds and different kind of styles that sound good together. For example, there's a song on there called Bailando Go-Go, which is my baby.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was actually going to talk to you about that one because I heard it and I really like it. So tell me a little bit about that one.
So Bailando Go-Go is my baby. So the whole reason that story came up was because the producer's here from Miami, and go-go music is from DC, and he'd never been to DC and he never heard of it. So we went up to DC and we were sitting in a pool and we were having a drink, and I was like, yo, have you ever heard of go-go music? And he was like, no, what's that? So I played him some off my phone, and we literally got out the pool, bathing suit and everything, and went straight to the studio. Like, we were in the studio in bathing suits and towels wrapped around our waist. We hadn't even dried off, and we started like making what is now Bailando Go-Go. And I just kind of played him the rhythm, and he just went crazy. And the whole story, and my whole like purpose of that song was I wanted to put go-go on the map, as far as just more than, because it's such a good style, and a lot of people don't know about it. It's almost like what Kizomba is now, where it's blowing up and it's becoming more national. Like, I want that to be go-go, and I think it's a very danceable rhythm, and I think people here from Miami and people in China and people in wherever will love it. So Bailando Go-Go is my personal favorite, just because of the vibe. It's a good vibe, and you know, all the other songs on there are just different fusions of sounds that normally don't go together. And I think that I did a good job. My team and I like my producer and I did a good job of bringing that to life and giving something different for the people to listen to.
Now, another area of your life that maybe people aren't very familiar with is the fact that you're a dancer as well. Tell me a little bit about that, because I know that you lived for a while in LA while you were doing that. Tell me a little bit more about that for people that don't know.
So I started dancing when I was 5 years old. It was something that, you know, it's always been in my blood. I saw Michael Jackson dance on TV one time, and that was it. That was it. I wanted to be Michael Jackson. I wanted to be the next big, you know, pop star. So I started dancing way before I was singing, and so I would have to wait. And a lot of people don't know I'm self-taught. I never took a class ever.
Oh, okay.
The first time I took a class, I was going to teach it. you know, so technically I wasn't even taking it. So I was 18. I was 18 when that happened. So, you know, I walked into the studio and I would just watch, you know, stuff on TV. I'd have to wait till Michael Jackson performed because this was before YouTube was around. Yeah. This was before, you know, social media was around. Not that I'm old or anything, but you know, it was before YouTube was really popular. So I had to like wait till people performed on TV, and I just would make up stuff, and that's how I kind of got my start. And I've been blessed enough to dance with, you know, I danced for Cirque du Soleil in Vegas. I've danced for Maya. I backup danced for Maya for a little bit. I backup danced for Miley Cyrus for a little bit, and then, you know, just done a bunch. I was on So You Think You Can Dance. So like I've done a lot, I've done a bunch of like dance things, and I think it helps me now in my career, because now as a singer, I know what I want to see. So I just I choreograph it, you know, I choreograph everything or most of it. I would say I choreograph most of what I do, and yeah, it just kind of, it comes naturally to me.
Now, what would you say that you like more, dancing or singing? Or is it kind of a tie?
I can't answer that question. It's hard. I can't answer that question because it's like, who do you like more, your mom or your dad? Like, well, I guess some people can answer that question, but for me, no, I'll have to say 50-50. You know, I cannot go a day without dancing, like even if it's in my shower, and I can't go a minute without singing. So, you know, to me, it's just hand in hand. It's like, this is dancing and this is singing.
And they have to go together.
And I need them both. I need them both, yeah.
Yeah. And you're originally from Washington, D.C. We talked about it last time that you recently moved to Miami because you want to focus on your career. Tell me, how does it feel transitioning from Washington, D.C. to Miami?
You know what? The biggest change for me is that I feel like I'm in a Latin country. Like,
yes!
I don't feel like Miami's part of the U.S. sometimes. I forget, like, I literally can walk into a Wendy's and probably order in Spanish and they'll take my order. You know, I can't do that in D.C. But besides that, the biggest change for me has been that, you know, here, like, everything is surrounded around music.
Yeah.
You know, DC, because of where it is, it's all politics and a little bit of music. You know, there's still a music scene, but it's not as intense as it is here, especially for the type of music that I do, which is, you know, Latin pop, like urban Latin pop. So here, you know, everybody's here, everybody comes here, all the big concerts are here, the big award shows are here, the producers are here, the dancers are here, so everything is here. So for me, it's just easier to be in el ambiente, you know, to be here with the people, and I can wake up every day and be like, go to studio or go to rehearsal and whatever, and it's here. I don't have to fly here every time.
In regards to collaborations, who would you like to collaborate in the future with, both mainstream and Latin?
I would say mainstream, hands down, would be Pitbull. Hands down would be Pitbull or J-Lo. Because those to me are pioneers of like the crossover market. You know, they've been doing it for so long, and like to think, for example, just to think from where Pitbull started, you know, like performing Calle Ocho and like doing, you know, things like that. And the other day I was having a conversation with somebody, and Pitbull has his own cruise now. Like, he did a Pitbull cruise. Like that. You know what I mean? Like, look how far this man has come. Like, that's amazing to me. And he's like as relevant as he is in the Anglo market, as he is in the Latin market. It's not like he's more famous than one of these. He's famous, period, in both, and killing it. And so I would say him for sure. And then in the Latin market, I'd have to go with, it'd be a toss-up for me between Daddy Yankee and Yandel. Because I think Yandel, and we sing too for that matter, but you know, when they're together, it just depends if they're not or not. But I think with them, you know, I like their dynamic as a group. Of course, they're super dynamic with the rapping and the singing. I love Yandel's songwriting. I think he's a really good like composer of lyrics and how he arranges his melodies. And then Daddy Yankee is just, that man is just on some other thing. Like, when he gets on a song, he is like, it might not even be his song, but you would think it's his song because he just dominates the way his verse comes in and how aggressive it is, and he can go from like rapping to singing, and it's just like, the man is so dynamic that I respect him for that, all, you know, hands down. So it would probably be in the Latin side, would be one of those guys. Yandel, coño, somos de Puerto Rico, papi. Llámame, no. No, for real, le diría que, you know, primero que nada lo respeto mucho, respeto su música, su carrera. Yo he abierto por Yandel varias veces en Washington. Cada vez que él va a Washington, I've opened up for him a bunch of times, and we met a few times, and you know, I would love to do a song with him, get him on a hook, or like get me on a hook, and let's just kill the game, yo. Like, I'll be your new Wisin, let's do it. Like, you know what I mean? We can go, let's take over the world, man. Let's do it.
That's awesome. Now, in regards to future plans, what else do you have planned for this year? Besides, I know you just recently dropped
promoting. Obviously, the main focus is promoting the album, but going on tour is the next thing. We're starting in Peru, actually.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna start in Peru, and I think in a month and a half we're gonna hit down there, and we already started promo down there, so we're gonna head down Peru and then just hit all the South and Central America.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, no, definitely. I've never been. I've been to Guatemala, but never been to like other countries down there. So I think it'd be, you know, it's new for me, especially with this new material.
Yeah.
I'm like super anxious to see how people receive it, and then hopefully, you know, probably go on tour with Yandel if he hits me up. Just
maybe a fall tour.
Yeah. Yandel, call me. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
That's awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck in this new album, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Lo quiero mucho.